Hello, this is Jordan, and this video is being recorded on the day of Monday, February 14th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And in today's video, I am going to discuss what is currently happening with gold and if gold has broken out. Well, gold has broken out from that trend line resistance. You can see the thin dashed line that I have drawn there. Gold has broken out of that. However, have we seen a real breakout? No, not really, because there's a lot that has to happen for this break to be sustained. Now, there's quite a lot to talk about in this chart. Let me go through it all very quickly and then maybe add a few points after that. First at the top, we have gold against foreign currencies. Another way to look at that is gold multiplied by the US dollar index. And so that typically leads the gold price in dollars. And so we're seeing a positive divergence there. If you look at the yellow, that has closed. It's at a new 52-week high. So that chart is at its highest level since September 2021. So that's almost, call it 17 months. That's a 17-month new high by a little bit in gold against foreign currency. So that has broken above key resistance levels, not just a downsloping trend line. Then we have the main chart. Now at the bottom, we have real 5-year yield and gold against the S&P 500. So gold it's held up really well with real interest rates moving higher. There could be some reasons for that. I mean, that's another discussion. And at the bottom, gold against the S&P 500 with the 200-day moving average. And so that ratio is very, very important. If you look at over the last 5-6 years or so, all the important moves in the gold market, gold was able to outperform the stock market, at least at the beginning of those moves. And the real question there is, will gold hold above, or will that ratio hold above the 200-day moving average? Because if it does, I mean, you're in a real leg higher for gold. And so that is one of the most important questions here, aside from the obvious price action. So I touched on gold against foreign currencies. Now, that is a great leading indicator for gold and U.S. dollars, as I said. But the real key is it has to make a new high. So gold against foreign currencies, it leads gold, and it's more of a short-term, near-term catalyst when gold against foreign currencies makes a higher high or a new all-time high. So gold against foreign currencies, it hasn't made a new all-time high yet, but it's getting close. So if we see that make a new all-time high in the next couple months, that's going to be a signal that, at some point soon, the gold price will follow. So that's really what to watch for. I mean, the outperformance there, positive divergence is good. What you really want to see is a new all-time high. Now, with respect to the gold chart as a whole there, this daily line chart, gold's correction, the midpoint of the correction is at 1875, the 50% retracement. So you have that there. So gold hasn't even broken above that yet. And then you have the 200-day and the 400-day, which are, gold's been fighting with those for the last couple months. Gold it's above it now. I mean, gold over the last couple months, it has done a good job holding above the 200-day for the most part. So there's still a lot of work to be done there. And so just to call this like this is a major breakout and gold's going to blast off here, I really don't see it. And, one key, there's a couple reasons for that, but one key reason is, there's a war premium in the price, because of what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. So that can help gold. But, eventually if that fizzles out, I don't know how many dollars of that is in the gold price. Is it $20, $50? I don't know. I don't think it's like $70 or $100. I'm not trying to be a perma bear. I don't think it's that much, but I do think it's at least a little bit. So that's something that could come out of the price at some point over the next couple weeks or couple months, unless, here's the thing with geopolitics, unless it impacts the energy market, which impacts inflation and therefore gold's fundamentals. So that is very important to keep in mind. And now lastly, for a real breakout in gold has to take out 1900 on a weekly and monthly basis. So we can see here, this is a weekly candle chart. We can see clearly that there's resistance at 1900. If you look at the red arrows in those two other times that it was 4 weeks each time where gold was battling with 1900 and it couldn't surpass it. You can see the blue arrow. That's kind of a gap there. You can call that the war gap. It might have to do with, the data closing off before last Friday afternoon, so it didn't quite get the pop. But anyway, if we see gold, it would be good if we could see gold at least rally up and touch 1900. That would be a good sign, even if it's not going to break it on the first try. And I mean, where that blue arrow is, gold could, at some point, if the war premium fizzles out, gold could come back and fill that. If you look at the blue lines, I mean, there's really good support now at 1750, also support at 1780. These are weekly lines. So that's really the key. I mean, for gold to make a real breakout, it has to break above 1900. Like, if and when we see gold do a monthly and a weekly close above 1900, that's when you're going to see silver and the gold stocks really start to get bid and outperform. Now, sure, gold can trade up and test 1900. We'll get some more buying in the sector, but if it can't break above 1900, it's going to fall back in this range. So that's my technical update for today. I mean, we are seeing better signs here, but it's still way too early to say that this is going to be a start of a huge move higher. Again, if we see gold surpass 1900 with a weekly and a monthly close, then you can get the pom-poms out. But for now, it's still too early. But at the same time, if you've been cautious and bearish like I've been, I mean, we are seeing better signs here. I mean, gold, real interest rates are going up. Gold's been holding up better. I mean, gold against foreign currencies, gold's doing well with the dollar being relatively high. So these are all good signs. And fundamentally, I think the yield curve 10s and 2s, I mean, today I think that got down below 30 intraday, 30 bips. So things, my view is things are moving in the right direction. Fundamentals will turn really bullish when the Fed is done with its hiking cycle, which is going to be really short. But, the Fed, they will try and, be really aggressive here for a couple meetings, I think, before the yield curve and market tells them they have to stop, because inflation is going to be coming down. And in the second half of the year, growth will be a bigger issue. That is when we're going to see gold, I think, really get a bid, and, silver and the rest will follow. That's all in this video. Let me know what you think. Check out TheDailyGold.com. Check out my premium service. Really focus on finding the best stocks that can make huge gains over the next couple years as, we see this massive breakout setting up in the sector. Thank you so much, and I look forward to doing another video for you guys in the days and weeks ahead.